tourist or?
I haven't had so much of a chance to do a lot of travelling around Spain so much, other than when we play the games, but it's very quick. Here we have some very long bus trips because in New Zealand there's a rugby team around the corner, I suppose, like football, so maybe half an hour, that's a long journey to go and play a game, you know. But here, we had one game we played, we bussed down to, where was the first game that we played? La Villa? Where were they? Valencia. Valencia. Is it Valencia? Where's La Villa? Where are they? Alicante, yeah. So we bussed down to there, so one bus, yeah, so 12 hours, yeah, 12 hours, stay the night, play the game, then come back afterwards. And so we always go to the bus country, to Bilbao, and to places like that. So I get to see the country that way, but not so much time there. But maybe if I come back next year, I can free up some time.
Questions, please.
Are you interested in other sports?
Am I interested in other sports?
Yes.
Yes, well, I used to play a lot of sports when I was younger. My first love was cricket. I really love cricket. I know you guys don't play cricket here, but I really love the pace of the game and the skill. And volleyball, I was never very good at basketball. Yeah, I used to love all sports, but now my body, rugby is pretty much taking a lot out of my body, and I can't play a lot of sports which I used to now. But maybe I'm more and more table tennis now. I think table tennis. Yeah, I think it's about my limit. I'm walking around the field and yelling at the other guys.
One question, please.
How good is your Spanish?
Mucho mal.
What about the Spanish national rugby team?
I haven't had a lot to do with the national rugby team. I have a friend who played, who's the other coach. He was another player. He played hooker for the Spanish team, and so I know that he really loves Spanish rugby. But I think they have a French coach. But I think they have done quite well in the last couple of games. Am I right?
They beat Romania.
Yeah, they beat Romania and they pushed Portugal close. But I think that one of the issues that my friend tells me is that they haven't got a lot of Spanish actually. Well, they got Spanish players with Spanish. What's the word? Ancestry. But not so many Spanish, like born and bred players. So I think most of the team is French, Spanish, ancestry, but have been playing a lot in France. So that's one of the issues at the moment. So how do we get the Spanish youth coming through all the way to the top? But I think, so I think there needs to be a bit of work, a lot of development done so we can get some pure Spanish playing. And I think, just another point on that, I think it's really important as well, like from a pride perspective, to really feel connected to your country and to really create a team spirit from that, you know. And it's difficult when you get people that aren't really truly Spanish, I suppose. So that's one thing that they need to look at, you know, to really to get the pride of what Spain really, who they really are, you know, not so much in rugby, but the essence of Spain, you know, and carry it through on all the sports. Is everybody understanding me okay? I know that my New Zealand accent is not easy to understand, so I'm sorry for that.
Why is it that you ended up here, you know, in Spain, Vigo? Because I think you were playing in Japan after 2004. I think you went and played a couple of seasons in Japan, and then maybe you went back to New Zealand, and now you're here in Vigo. You've been here for about 2 years, I think. And why is it that you came to Vigo? I mean, why here and not, I don't know, France or anywhere else?
Yeah, well, I started rugby when I was really young. I started playing professionally when I was 20. And so I played for 11 years, 12 years. And at the end of that, I was pretty tired with rugby. With rugby, it's sometimes it's like 11 months out of the year. You know, you're touring in Europe, you're playing game after game, and it just gets too much. So after I finished, I didn't really want to go back into rugby. I had no real desire to get back involved at that stage. So I spent 5 years in New Zealand. I began working with youth, and I really enjoyed that as well. But yeah, sometimes with the money side of it, it's difficult when you're working with kids and you're doing a lot of volunteer stuff. So that was starting to become a little bit of a strain for me. But I had a friend, like I said, my friend that's coaching here also. He was living in Christchurch at the time and had an opportunity to come here and asked if I'd want to come. And I thought, oh, why not come to Spain, you know? And it was good because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about rugby again after 5 years. But I actually still had the passion for it, which was good, you know, and I was into it, so that was a good time for me. So in a way, it's put me back into the rugby world. So it's a good thing.
And how was your experience in Japan? Because we've got some Japanese students studying Japanese, maybe. So how was life in Japan?
Japan was great. Another place where the pressure, like in New Zealand, you can imagine the football players here, what sort of pressure they get, similar but different. You know? And it can get a bit overwhelming at times. But in Japan, it was great because it was more relaxed there. The people were great. The food is excellent in Japan. I was living in Tokyo, one of the biggest cities in the world, but living in an area that was really nice. We had a lot of greenery there. So I really enjoyed my time in Japan. I thought the people were great. And the rugby wasn't so good, but they're tough. The Japanese are tough. You know, they come flying at your knees. So it's good.
Well, it's number 5 is Norm. Can you see? It's the same match that we saw the haka. You know, it's number 5. You know, he just I can bring it back to the beginning, I think. And he just passed the ball. You know, he passed the ball. Just I'll show you. It's here on the left. Can you see? Okay, he's passing the ball. Can you see? All right. It's number 5, and he will get all that. This is the match that France lost 46-9 or something like that in 2004. Okay.
Yeah. So rugby sort of is split between two, forwards and backs. So the forwards, we're the ones winning the ball. We're the ones here, and the backs are standing in the back line, or further out to try and they're trying to look for space. We're the hard working ones, and they're the fast ones that finish everything off.
Oh, you can see number 5 now. He's going to win a line out. Okay. He's going to jump. You're going to see how fast he moves forward and how high he jumps. Can you see? Right. That was him. Right. That's it.
Yeah, so part of my job in the rugby was to win the ball. That's why my height comes in handy. So when they kick the ball, I catch it in the air